Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 6. We just had to deliberate that really figure out where we were at. Episode 6 of season 2 of 220 takes. We had a big week. I mean it wasn't even really a big week. 2 wins though. 2 wins for us. Big week, I guess. Yes, so big week for us of the fans. Um, we're gonna delve in. We're gonna jump into the Bears Packers matchups. We'll talk about some of the other bigger games of the week. And I think last did we do our Super Bowl predictions last week?
Yeah, we
I
did.
think we
Who was going
kind
to
of
be
did.
in? Yeah, we said who was
Okay.
going to be in
Okay.
them.
All right. So we won't do that. Maybe we'll do
Hey, there's a lot of
like an
baseball
award favorite or
news.
something.
There's
And
been
Yeah,
a
we
lot
had a
of
baseball
bunch of
news,
base.
baseball
yeah, yeah.
since
Um,
I don't know why I
we'll
brought
jump
it
we'll
back
jump
up.
into the baseball really quick. Evan, your Brewers.
Yeah,
Hey,
they last time we talked about it,
it was
they
2-0.
yeah, it was 2-0. Cubs end up coming back 2-2, and then the Brewers won
Yeah.
Game 5, and now they're down 0-2 to the Dodgers,
It's 0-2.
Yeah.
who are just unbelievably good, and they
Yeah.
have
Are they
some
really just that good?
That's tough.
yes, they have so many good pitchers.
Yeah.
Like they have like five aces, and
Hey, money
their
can
Yeah,
buy a
I
lineups
mean,
are
car.
stacked.
even though the Brewers had the best record, it was going to be an uphill battle because they're the reigning champs. They are the Dodgers, so I mean, 0-2, you're never out of it at 0-2, but going back to LA, it's a
Yeah.
bit of a. I mean, we'll see what can happen. And on the other end of the AL, the Mariners are up 2-0. This is the first time I saw this. This is the first time that both road teams go up 2-0 in the ALCS since like 1975, I think.
Wow.
So
Now, were the Mariners expected to be this good?
yes, well,
Okay.
I mean, they won their division.
Okay.
I mean, they have
I know they have what's his face. He's really good.
yeah, Big Dumper.
Yeah.
Cal
Yeah, they got
Raleigh.
Big Dumper.
Yeah.
Potential MVP winner. I'm not going to debate that here, but it's probably going to be either him or Aaron Judge. But yeah, so I think a potential. I personally wanted Brewers Mariners out of the people that made it to championship series. I would have liked Brewers Mariners in the World Series just because both teams never won a World Series, so it'd be cool to get one at least. But it's looking right now it's probably going to be Dodgers Mariners probably. So little West Coast matchup.
Yeah.
Not too much travel involved for either team, but we'll see what happens. We got I think game 3 tonight for the Mariners and Blue Jays, so we'll see. Travel day for the Brewers, going over to for both teams actually. So we'll see what happens this upcoming
Well,
these upcoming games. Um Now let's jump into let's see. Well, the Packers game chronologically happened first. So
Yeah.
we'll jump into that really quick. It was a divisive win, I'd say. I mean, I know they kind of were
Decisive.
they were decisive, yeah. They were kind of making it close at the end there a little bit, but I mean, it was kind of chalked at that point a little bit.
yeah, I don't know if you were ever worried during this
Yeah.
game.
No, not really. Um, I guess when they were going for two, then I was kind of like, if they get this, then.
Mhm.
But no, I mean, I would say I would say it wasn't our best. Like the first half was good, but it's like we have two different teams on defense because we have like our defensive line and then our linebackers and then our safeties, I guess you could throw in there. And then it's just our corners on the other team. Just and honestly, I didn't think they did that bad of a job, but there were points in the game where it was like, okay, if you just throw it up to Jamar Chase, like he's going to come down with it. And they were some of those plays. It was kind of crazy, but I mean, it's not like our defensive line was getting pressures. They only had one sack, but they were getting pressures. But in like the second half, it was just every single play for them was a quick pass. It was just all like dump offs or like quick hitches, and so it was just like we weren't really able to get to him that much. And one thing I want to say is like Michael Parsons, the non calls for him are crazy. Like he gets held on every single play, and it's not called, and it's like
We'll talk about bad refereeing coming up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. But like I get that he's better than everybody else, whatever, but don't punish the guy because he's better and faster than everybody by not by like not calling stuff and trying to like level everything out. That's if it's a penalty, it's a penalty. Obviously there's like knick-knack stuff like that, you know, you wouldn't want to be called on your team, so you don't necessarily want it to be called um on the other team. So, but just blatant stuff like that's happening. But I don't know. I thought it was. I didn't think it was like a dominant performance by any means, but it was never. It was good enough to where I was never like worried that they were going to lose. Um, Defense looked great. I think they got tired in the second half. Offense outside of like the one pick looked great. Like I don't know. I think this NFC this year is so wide open. Like I don't think that there's one team that's like above the rest.
dude, the
I mean,
NFL can be wide open. I mean, with the Bills and Eagles losing
but like, do you guys
again,
think that there's any team in the NFC like that's like just like squarely above the rest, like it was last year with like
The
the Lions?
Buccaneers.
No, they're not.
I
I
don't
think they
know.
are. I think they are.
But think about all the close games and all the comebacks that they've had to make. They could easily have lost two of those games, and you wouldn't be saying the same thing.
But
Like,
they didn't.
yeah, but like that 2 years ago or 3 years ago when the Vikings won all those close games, everybody was saying their team was fake. But like
And their team
now,
was fake.
but now,
I'm
yeah, and
thinking,
so are the Buccaneers. Like, and I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm just saying that
yeah.
they're
I'm
not
thinking
to
like
the
a
level of
Chiefs
everybody
level
else.
of dominance. Like every year, you're like, oh, the Chiefs are going to make it. In the NFC,
Yeah,
obviously, there's teams like that. But
Yeah, well,
if
the
the
Chiefs are back.
Eagles,
yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
I
but
was
they
gonna
each
say
had
the
their struggles.
Lions.
They had their struggles. Like,
I was gonna still say the Lions are good, but I don't know. I mean, the Chiefs just beat 'em. I'm not gonna say the Lions look bad because they didn't, but in the Eagles,
like
I don't know what's going on there.
yeah, I don't think that in my opinion, there hasn't been a game. You see all these NFC teams. They have like even when the Packers and Bears were on the bye week. When I watched the games and got finally to watch, you know, some of the teams I don't normally watch, it was like, okay, I've been kind of honed in on the Packers, and maybe I've been a little harsh on them because like they came out in that first game and basically blew the doors off the Lions, like, and same with the Washington team. Um, but like I watch these other teams, I'm like these guys have flaws just like the Packers do, and nobody's ever talking about them. I think it's so wide open, and I even think that I haven't seen a win from the NFC this year that was as good as that opening day game for the Packers versus the Lions versus a good team.
Wow.
Like I don't think I've seen a more decisive win for a team that's good against another team that's good than that win right there.
I mean, I'll fact check that, but no, that sounds about right. I don't know. I feel like the league's just at a really competitive state right now. I think we're kind of getting the turnover of a lot of younger talent. Like, look at the Falcons beating the Bills. I mean, Bijan went crazy. I don't know how well Michael, you know what, played, but I do
Yeah,
think the
I
league's
think
in.
I actually do think he played pretty good.
I'm about to look.
yeah, he played all right.
Oh yeah, they won by 10. I mean, he did enough. Yeah, touchdown 250. Drake London had a great game. Oh
Hmm.
boy. Yeah, so I mean, I just a lot of young talent, and I think overall it's good. This has been a good season for football so far, so
Yeah.
I'm okay with that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
The
it's
one- the
definitely
what?
been a lot more competitive, I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I did want to also say about the Packers is like just I feel like because of the past 2 weeks, not this one where they won, but the past 2 weeks where it was like the loss to the Browns and then the tie to the Cowboys. Those are kind of like they get you real down about like because you feel like you should have won those games. But then like I can't forget like those two games before what type of team they can be, and they've already shown they can be. Um, and then you know obviously they kind of played down to other teams' levels. Um, but I mean the only game that they haven't scored 27 points in is the Browns game. like they put up points and they're still an efficient offense. It's just like sometimes it's hard to get caught in that. And it's not like they
Mhm.
even have that bad of a record. They're first in the division and second in the NFC. So it's just I don't know. For me, for whatever reason, like these past weeks, I've felt like super down on them. Like, and I think it's because of that first week. Like, you're so hyped up about that first week. Oh, like I expect them now to kill every single team, or
Mhm.
not every week is a blowout, and just kind of have to remember that. I think the new Packers like motto or the team thing that I've noticed that they're going by now is like every week it's like, and we talked about this last week. I'm pretty sure it's like let's just go 1-0 this week,
Yep.
you know.
A
And
little. Yeah.
after the game, they had a video of like the players coming back in the tunnel. I'm sure the Bears do the same thing after like wins or whatever. And everybody was like 1-0, 1-0 this
Hmm.
week. Like now we're 0-0 again. Like let's just get 1-0 this week. So I'm hoping that mindset's changing and we don't play another good team really until the Steelers, I would say, which is going to be a good matchup. That's in 2
That'll
weeks.
be that'll be good. Rogers
Sunday
comes
night
back.
game.
I'll watch that
See,
for
now, are you
sure.
worried, like, because you've said before the Packers kind of have a problem with, like, they'll get up an early lead and then they'll kind of, step off the gas a little bit, and that bit them in the butt against the Browns, and then almost kind of bit them in the butt against the Cowboys.
Hmm.
Are you worried that, like, when they play, like, um, you know, a team like the Chiefs? I don't know if they play the Chiefs this year, but like a team on that level or like the Buccaneers, are you worried that like that might bite them in the butt
No,
eventually?
because no, it's not. It's not to
Well,
say that.
have they ever been in
What?
the game where they're kind of chasing the lead yet? Or have they always
I mean,
usually
the
been
Packers
in
game was
those
back and forth,
or the Cowboy? Yeah, I
or the
guess.
Cowboys game, yeah.
But
Yeah. So that and yeah, in that game, I mean, in the Cowboys game, for instance, I saw. They basically. I mean, obviously because they tied, they matched
mhm.
every single thing that the Cowboys did. Obviously, they had that lead in the beginning, but um, to Connor's point, like I don't think that they're that type of team. Like, not to say that that's not going to happen down the road in the season where they're going to play a good team and they might fall behind and play from behind, but this is how they've always been. Like, they have always, always, always like not been able to like put out games when they're playing teams that are a lot worse than them. And then when you see them play in these games like the Lions and the Washington game, which I don't know how good the Washington Commanders are. We can talk about that, but it's hard to say for that with them. I
Who's
didn't
this
even see.
guy?
I didn't even see him
Yeah,
there.
how's
Seems
it
seems we
going,
got a late
guys?
addition
Bro,
here.
I'm like, who is this guy?
But
Welcome
I didn't
back,
want to didn't
Mitch.
want to interrupt.
No, thank you.
yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. I think I can't wait for the Steelers game because it's
Oh,
gonna be
that'll be a
pretty
fun one.
interesting. I've
That'll
heard
be a
some
good
Pack
test.
I've heard Packers fans are like split down the middle. I've heard people say, "Oh, it's Rodgers, so like he has to win this game, so he's gonna." Or and then I've
Yeah,
seen
you
like,
guys gotta beat him. Oh, I'd be
but
so.
yeah, to your point or to your question, like I'm not worried about that because
Hmm.
I personally have not seen that this year where they play a good team and um they are playing from behind or they play down or whatever.
Hmm. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think that Steelers game will be a good matchup. DK's been going crazy for them, so we'll
Yeah.
see what happens with the Packers potentially lacking cornerback room. Are you missing Jair Alexander at all? Or
No, because I know he'd be hurt.
yeah,
Like he
That's a
wouldn't even be
fair
playing. We are
that's a
missing
very fair answer.
someone, but we just don't know who they are yet.
all
I'm
right.
not.
Well,
Yeah, that'd be good.
who are they taking on next week?
The Cardinals,
Cardinals. Okay,
Okay,
and
who
so
probably
they've been kind of hitting a rough patch recently.
will have Jacoby Brissett playing.
Yeah.
oh, that's not good for my fantasy team. But that's another story.
Um. So that happened Sunday at
325.
after 3:25. Monday, the second Monday game, a cold, rainy night over in Washington D.C.
Yes.
and our Chicago Bears go in and get the second 25-24 win in a row. I
Bro.
believe this is only the second time in NFL history where a team has won back-to-back games with the same score.
Yeah.
And the other time happened in like 1920 something. So, um, to start off, I want to say this. Um, and I don't know if Evan will agree. I think he kind of, when I brought it up earlier, I don't know. But the refereeing, there was a problem. There was
Yeah, they
definitely a
suck.
problem. Um, the Romo Dunze touchdown got taken away, that was BS. Um, the phantom OPI on Colson Loveland. There were a couple calls on Nashawn Wright that were looked iffy to me. Um, and honestly, none of these they were honestly all the ticky tack penalties were for the Bears. I didn't really see a penalty like that where um, it could have gone either way for the Commanders. So I don't
I
know.
mean,
Was the
yeah.
game rigged? Probably not.
No.
Um, but it's. I mean, I don't know.
I
But
mean, yeah. I everywhere in the NFL there's a bunch of bad calls. And I actually saw someone on another podcast that this refereeing crew has given out the most penalties. I don't know if anyone else has saw that, but they've given out the most penalties in the NFL so far.
I saw
I'm
that.
mhm,
like, I didn't know that, but I guess that makes sense. Oh God, that Rome penalty hurt me,
mhm.
man. That hurt me. But then it's like they go, oh my God. First off, Troy Aikman should have shut his mouth the entire
Yes.
broadcast. But they show you, they draw on their little tablet on the slanted camera angle, and they have all these different like ESPN or it was I don't even know, but they have all these different camera angles, and they give you the same one where you can't even tell if he's lined up right. So it looked fine to me,
Well,
but I
yeah,
mean,
it's funny they did the thing where. Well, first of all, they threw the flag after the touchdown. After he caught the ball,
right.
they threw the flag.
Which I didn't know you could do that if you weren't
And
playing in a Chiefs game.
when he did it or the thing that he was drawing the line or whatever, and Joe Buck was like, he kind of looks on the line to me.
Right.
And Troy Aikman was probably like, "Oh no, that's a penalty all day."
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think next week we're going into a game against the Saints where I don't know if this is true, but I saw that refereeing crew's in the bottom half of the league on penalties thrown. So
Jeez, man. Well, we'll
luckily
see.
hopefully we'll be in a better state than we were on Monday night.
Yeah.
You know, a couple takeaways from the game. I think defense looked great.
Yeah. It
Um, we stopped the number one rushing offense like that. We held Merritt to like only 60 yards, and
was like three
um,
point something yards per carry.
yeah,
That's great.
the takeaways were great. You know, the pick for Brisker on that one drive was nice, and then we had that crucial fumble, which I mean that we didn't really force that, but
Hey,
shout out Mother Nature.
shout out. Yeah.
Um, and then Kale went down and drove us down for that field goal. So I
Well,
think
one
Caleb
one
looked
thing
good.
one thing I want to talk about is that run game that the Bears
Yes.
have finally
Hmm.
started to show with and Darnell Wright, first game back, showing
Thank
why he
you.
was a top 10 pick in the draft.
Yep.
I
You know
think he
who's not
played a hell
showing
of
why
a
they were a
game.
top 10 pick in the draft? Colston Loveland.
Well, yeah, but dude, that one penalty was not on him,
I
man.
I mean I really I don't want to say I disagree, but I think they're not really using him, you know.
Yeah.
I think there were a few plays drawn up for him Monday night, like that touchdown, that red zone play where Caleb
Hmm.
threw it to him on the slant, didn't get through.
Right.
But I think Cole Kmet for the most part has been taking over tight end duties. I think it's more so Ben Johnson's not really utilizing his first round pick just
Well,
yet. I
Loveland
mean,
Loveland missed a lot of camp though too, right? So I mean,
yeah, he was
with
coming
injury,
off
so
of
he's there. Yes.
surgery
So we
or
don't
in the
really
off
know. He could
season.
be healthy, but we don't really know. Ben Johnson might be like, hey, we still got Cole Kmet. Let's not put too much
Hmm.
on him. But he's also probably still, I don't know. But excuses, I don't know. We'll see.
Give it some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I can
Um,
say.
I think DJ Moore is now like day to day. I don't know if he's officially inactive for Sunday yet, but
Yeah.
potentially could be seeing more Luther Burden, which I think will be great. He had that big catch,
He played great.
that like
I
30
like
yard
that.
catch from Caleb. That was a nice throw. When Troy said it was late.
Oh,
I thought it looked good to me. Um, And then going back to your point on the run game, it was great to see DeAndre Swift have a day, and I know he had a day last year against the Commanders too.
Yeah. And then it
Um,
all went downhill from there. So
yeah.
hopefully it doesn't happen.
But yeah, it was great to see that. I think maybe that might put to rest all the trade rumors of us going after like Brees Hall or Kamara, but I mean, we'll see what Poles does. I don't really think we need to after this game. I don't really think we need to bring one in, but um,
We just
maybe
need to
we'll see
And
next
I
week.
consistently
still like I
block.
still like my nun guy coming off the
Yeah.
bench too. I think he's
Yeah.
a good RB2 to
hmm
have.
Hey,
He had
Roshan
that
got a
nice
carry
gain on that
too.
screen. Yeah, we got to see more
I know
Roshan too.
one
I don't
carry, six
understand
yards, and he
why.
disappeared again
I
in
feel like
special
he should
teams.
be in there more often too.
Oh my, yeah, because like it's such a good short yardage guy. I won't talk
Yeah.
about the play where we didn't hand it to him, but
hmm
I mean, I don't. There's got to be something we don't know about that. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know.
Theo Benedet's been playing out of his
I
mind,
I know,
so
great.
that's great. Good for him. I
Yeah,
think,
I wouldn't worry too much about that penalty call on him with that brought that touchdown
yeah,
back. If I
Yeah,
were him, that was
yeah,
no,
that was a stupid call.
yeah.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about the game. I think the defense played great. I think,
How do you think Caleb went, or how do you think Caleb did?
oh, Caleb looked
Uh,
good.
yeah,
Um, people are saying like, oh, Jaden had a better whatever QBR, so he played better. But
QBR is a stupid
um,
stat.
Caleb
Caleb
had no
didn't throw. Caleb
turnovers.
didn't throw a pick. He didn't throw a pick, and he didn't have a crucial late game fumble that lost him the game.
I mean, true.
He almost
Also,
threw a pick.
Almost threw two, but
he
that's
did
not
almost throw.
important.
But
One for
almost
sure.
doesn't mean he threw a pick.
That's true. It is very hard to hold
No
on to the
turnovers.
ball.
Also, shout out Michigan alum Jake Moody coming in on
Oh
Seattle.
yeah.
I was about to bring that up too.
Yeah.
Is there a
You
discussion to
you
be
can talk
had
about that.
for the kicking situation in Chicago?
Yes, but
The
I
I
biggest
don't
don't
thing
know.
know.
I'm saying, the only reason why I bring it up is because yeah, Cairo's been playing great. That being said, Cairo, you put him out there for a 50 plus field
Yeah.
goal, it's hit or miss because he doesn't have the leg.
It just thinks we
Maybe
just
this is what
signed
we
him to
do.
an
Maybe this is what we do.
extension.
Anything 45 and in, Cairo goes out. Anything deeper, we
Okay.
bring Jake Moody in.
Okay. I like that. I
That takes
like
up a
that.
roster
The
spot
do
though.
Yeah, that's okay.
Bro. I
I
don't
don't know.
know. I just thinks that we signed
Before the
Cairo
game
to
in
an
practice,
extension.
they had Moody. Moody was knocking 65 yarders. Has he been inconsistent the first couple years of his career?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, but there was a reason why the
Third
Niners
round
used
pick.
a third round pick
hmm
on this guy. He led his senior year. He led the entire D1 NCAA in points, field goals made, and his 4 years at Michigan never missed an extra point.
I mean, look at the guy the Packers had kicking this week. Like he's been cut from like many teams, and he came in
Yeah.
this week and drilled all of his kicks.
I mean, that's the thing with
Well, and then
kickers, I
look
feel
at
like,
Eddie
you know?
Pinero too.
hmm
He's been
Yeah.
playing out of his
Bears
Yeah,
mind
he's
legend.
been
since
good.
they picked him up,
Bears
and the
legend.
Bears cut him. You know.
I just think kickers can be so hot and so cold at times.
Yeah.
And like, because it realistically speaking, you're a kid, like most kickers in the NFL, their job is to kick, so they're more likely going to just hit these field goals. But it's just so hard because, well, the best part was I know they interviewed Caleb and he was like, yeah, I didn't really know who he was. Like, no one knew who Jake Moody
Yeah.
was until like right before the game, which makes it even better. But
Well,
I
they
like
stuck
this
him in a twin
post.
bed in the hotel.
Yeah. I like this post game conference though, where it's
Yeah.
like you're only as good as your next kick. Like he seems like he's motivated to keep
hmm
kicking, so hopefully that
And
gives
that's a
Cairo
great
something
mindset
to
to have,
kick for.
especially after one of his kicks got blocked. I think the one
Oh
right
my
before
God.
his
Deja
game
vu,
winner
yeah.
got blocked. The one he took
Yeah.
before. So
God, I was so
good to
nervous
see
when he
that
kicked that.
he powered through and
I, I want to bring up one other thing, bringing it back to Caleb, and um, like I know you guys said he had a good game, and I think he had a good game too because um, in the first half, I would say that he looked a little off, like he wasn't quite there, all there, and I do think like Troy Aikman he just was saying whatever he could bad about him that game, like he didn't have anything good to say, and I think there were some good things. Um, and then I thought he looked a little off in the first half, but I thought he really found his stride in the second. I They popped up a graphic on the screen which I was kind of surprised about, and it was like he has the highest percentage of passes off target, which I was surprised about. Uh, is that something that you guys have noticed, like compared to
um
other
Oh yeah.
teams, or
yeah
or
Oh yeah.
Caleb's accuracy
and
has
and
been
and
an
I,
issue.
and I also wanted to say I know that the biggest thing I think is his deep pass for sure.
hmm His
Oh
accuracy
yeah,
has been an issue. Going back to even last year, he had a problem with his accuracy. I think he's cleaned it up a lot more this year than what we have last year. But um, the deep ball for Burden against the Cowboys on that flea flicker looked great. I mean, he couldn't have put that any better. Um, I mean, there were a couple throws this game or
he had
last
that
game.
one to
Yeah,
Rome this
yeah.
game where I was
hmm
kind of, well, that was also double
Um,
coverage, but I don't.
he missed
Yeah,
Zacchaeus on like a like
little
he
hitch.
like where like
Yeah,
he
those two
those
didn't look
hitches and he
like they
just
were on
kind
the
of
same
yeah he
page
just
at
kind
all.
of maybe that's on Zacchaeus though. Maybe he thinks
Yeah,
he's gonna
I
keep
mean,
going.
yeah,
That
that's
could be
on
a
both of them.
miscommunication thing because Zacchaeus did catch the first one.
Yeah,
Um,
which is an
and
issue
then
between them both, not just
yeah,
right.
like
yeah,
one
Yeah, it
guy.
is.
yeah. I mean this wasn't on. I mean this wasn't on Kayla, but he hit Zacchaeus right in the chest area, and then he dropped it when they were on the goal line. That
Hey,
then
that was a high
that
throw,
looked like
man.
from the sky can. It looked like that could have been a touchdown.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think his compared to last year, his accuracy has gotten better, but it's still kind of lacking in
Yeah.
some areas,
Well,
and I feel like
I was just so surprised when they put it up because they were saying like it was the highest percentage in the league, and I was like that just
Yeah.
doesn't even seem right. But
mhm,
because
I
I
mean,
mean I know I've seen is like really the deep ball, but other than that, like when the times that I have seen him play, I don't think he's been like that off target.
I'm wondering what they consider in terms of off target because
Yeah, that's the thing too.
on Caleb because Caleb has had a lot of balls batted
yeah,
down, a lot of like low, I know, dump off
Yeah, like
throws.
what they're including in that, I have no
because
Right.
idea.
off
But
target could still consider like
But
catches.
his normal completion
true.
percentage has never been really high at
Yeah,
all, except for a few
Yeah, I think
games.
it's like
So,
63 or something like that
right.
this season.
But a lot, I mean, I don't know, because I know a lot of it was footwork. People are saying his footwork definitely has gotten better, but it looks like still when he's throwing, a lot of his throws are all arm. Like, and I
mhm,
obviously you're throwing with your arm as a quarterback, but doesn't a lot of times it looks like whenever he's just slinging it, it's just all arm
Yeah.
motion.
Some
So I don't know
people
if
are
he
weird.
gets,
I mean,
yeah,
Jordan Love's the same way. Like his footwork is like,
I
it's a little funky. Like he's got the little bounce
right,
thing. He's got like the off the back leg. He's
yeah, he
got the
does have
like
that.
throwing it and you like pause it midair and he's like his both of his feet are off the ground. Like it's weird. Like some people like just throw it differently.
mhm.
Yeah,
But
I don't,
I
I
don't
hope he
know.
figures that
I was
out.
just surprised more than like trying to
Yeah,
take a dig at him. Like
no, yeah, because it's, I mean, I won't even deny it. Everyone knows the accuracy problems, but. I don't. Yeah, that graphic definitely was surprising.
Mitch, what do you
But I
think?
mean, it's good to think that it's good to know that he kind of is able to turn it around and like
hmm
even if he does
Yeah,
start slow, he
continue to
can
work
like
on it.
start to play faster.
Yeah, I will say he's missing a lot of passes with the accuracy thing. I mean, if you look at you look at his stats for that game. He was 17 for 29, which I mean isn't great, but it's not terrible. But if you would take account for that, a handful of those were because of the accuracy thing. Like he'd be completing a whole lot more passes if you would just lock in with that.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
hopefully, that's something the good thing is that is something that kind of could be teached. Um,
for sure.
but like, at least his arm talent, that's something,
Arm
that's
talent.
undeniable
I
and that's
feel like
something he's got.
I feel like he's reading the field better. Maybe not 100% of the time, but definitely compared to
Yeah.
last year. I don't know how you feel about
And your
that.
line is a lot better this year, and
That also helps a lot.
he's evading sacks very well this year.
Yeah.
Like he's barely taking like
And
any
that's
this
something
year.
he's always done. But
Or
he's able, I
Justice.
mean, even though he was sacked a
But
lot of times
last
last year,
year,
but
yeah,
even in college he was evading sacks pretty well. So I'm glad
Yeah.
to see what we're gonna do against the Saints next week. Me personally, I think that'll be an easy
I
win, but
Hey,
I
I think we
mean,
could be 6-2. Is that
yeah,
crazy?
I don't think that's crazy. The only crazy thing is about the upcoming schedule is the Ravens when they get Lamar and some of their defense
Oh,
back,
are they gonna
but
have Lamar?
um, and Derrick Henry running down our throats. But
Yeah.
if the run D can play as good as they did against the Commanders, and I think we definitely have a pretty good shot of being 6-2 coming off the bye. So
Yeah.
um, I think we're gonna take a little break here and then hit you back. We'll hit you back in a little bit.
All right, guys. Welcome back. Connor had to leave. So we got Mitch filling in. Maybe we'll just kick Connor off permanently and have Mitch fill in.
True.
Since he's probably not going to listen to this, he won't even know that I said
Mhm.
that. So,
Exactly.
Let's
um,
transition.
yeah, we're gonna get into some of the other games other than the Bears Packers. Some of just the highlights of, um, some of the most important ones. I know Mitch had some games he wanted to talk about. So if there's a specific one you want to talk about, we can go first
Hmm.
with that one.
Well, I guess we can kind of
We
look
can
at these
kind of go in
primetime
order.
games.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that Thursday night game. What was the
that was Eagles Giants.
Oh yeah,
Eagles Giants?
That was a
Okay.
surpriser.
Yeah. How about Cam Scatterbo
Jeez, three
Gadaboom!
touchdowns. Yeah, I
breaking
love
out
him.
98 yards, 3 touchdowns, outplaying man cover Saquon Barkley?
Yeah, it's that
Yeah,
Madden curse.
he's I think that he'll be their top back. I feel like they've been going through like these
Yeah,
past 3 years, they've had a new running back that's like their top one every single year. Um, maybe we finally got the one that's gonna stay healthy and be their main one. But yeah, he's
oh
a
man,
freak. Just and I've seen like some interviews with him where he's just like, yeah, I don't even know anything about like football or like any stats or any players. Like it's like I just play. Like he doesn't
I
know any
yeah,
like things about really teams or anything like that.
he
He
just
just
likes getting
knows how to
hit and
play.
hitting people. Yeah, he just will run through a brick wall if you ask him to. No, but that's pretty cool though.
That Jackson Dart Scottivo, we'll see. We'll see what that looks like in the future. I don't know. That's
Yeah, it's kind of
both
cool.
young guys that both are like kind of have the same type of aura, if you will,
Yeah,
about them. Like younger, a little swaggy. You
they
know,
got a handshake.
I'm talking like I'm 30 and
We
they're
got Unk over
whatever.
here talking
Yeah,
about. They got that cool aura.
yeah.
Oh man,
Maybe in
hey,
6 or 7 years, man, they might be.
bro, you can't
We
hear
might
that
see him in the
anymore.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, how about Jalen Hurts though? On the other end of the spectrum, I guess
I've
I'm
always
looking at
been a
his
Jalen Hurts
numbers.
hater. I've always been a
His
Jalen Hurts
his
hater.
numbers don't look that bad looking at it now, but I mean, there was some throws where he was just missing touchdown or like missing deep throws. AJ Dillon also fumble. Just side note. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, for the people who are saying he's top five, he's definitely not top five anymore. But
He's never been top five to me. And
oh
in
my
all
God,
the
he had a
games,
31 QBR.
both
Holy
games where
cow.
he's passed more, they've
Yeah,
lost. Because usually he doesn't pass it a lot. He gets handoffs or he's
yeah.
running. The games that he has thrown more passes, they lose. He's not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an athletic player, and he can make plays. But as a quarterback, as and having an arm talent, he's not even close to
Oh,
being top five.
are you calling him a system QB? Nah, yeah.
I would say
I
I
mean,
would
I'd like
say
to see him out of
he's
the system.
it's
He
not
was
even the
good in
system though.
college.
It's the players. Like look who he has around him. He's got
Yeah,
the
he
best
does have,
offensive line,
right,
arguably in the league. I mean, you
some of
could
the
make a
best
case for other
talents.
ones. Yep, good tight ends, great wide receivers who also are like, well, AJ Brown's mad that he's not getting the ball,
Yeah,
and
I get it.
their defense like always good,
I mean, yeah, this team won a
always
Super
there to
Bowl
pick
last
them
year,
up.
so
Like
you know,
I don't
you
know
got to give him
thoughts,
some
Mitch.
credit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was never too crazy about Jalen Hurts. I think what they were able to build around him there in Philly, with the O line, the defense, the weapons. I think they built more so a successful football program rather than them relying on their quarterback.
Yeah,
And Jalen
I
Hurts has
agree.
been able to be one of the pieces in that puzzle. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but I'm
No,
saying he's been able to do what they needed from him
Hmm.
to succeed. And obviously, they've won a Super Bowl. Um, but yeah, I'm not too crazy about Jalen Hurts QB wise.
Yeah, I can't remember what record they were on, but however many games they had gone without losing a game. So I don't know. It's just interesting to see. Like they've lost two in a row now. So like they face a little adversity that they haven't maybe faced in a while. How does that all shake up through the rest of the season? I
Well,
think they'll get.
and with sorry, go ahead.
I said I think they might get their stride back eventually, but just interesting.
I was gonna say with that loss against the Giants, that blew the entire NFC wide open.
Yeah,
Now
well,
I think it's
yeah
anybody's game.
Yeah,
we were talking
we
about this
actually did bring that
honestly
up.
before you got on. I said one of my points was I think that this NFC is as wide as it's been in a while. Like there's no team like the Lions or the Eagles who were like the two dominant, or even the Vikings you could throw in there, but everybody kind of thought they were fake. But there's no team like that in the NFC. You could argue the Bucks, but they've been in so many close games where they've been trailing that it's kind of hard to put them in there. And I guess Baker's an easy guy to like, so maybe
Yeah,
you can kind of like give them the nod and be like, yeah, they're the top team, which you have to say they're the top team in the NFC right now, but I don't think that they're at that level that
no,
those
there's no
top teams were
Chiefs
last year.
level, right?
No, like
Well, and
this
with
is
that, with the
anybody's.
NFC too. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I don't want to limit it to just the NFC because the same exact thing is going on in the AFC.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's with the Bills losing prime time against
yep,
Atlanta. I mean, yeah, we got the Colts. I think the Colts have the best record in the AFC right now, which is kind of the same thing with the Bucks in the NFC. It's like you didn't expect
yeah,
this team to come out after six weeks and be on top of everybody else.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely for
it's
sure
just good
like the
football,
yeah.
real
I mean,
competitive. It's great.
that's
It's great.
I've been saying it's just like I've been saying more for the NFC North because I think it's there. I mean, obviously it's our division, so it's so interesting to
Right.
see how that all shakes out. But yeah, just the North in general. There's not a team that you know I think that like I feel either way if the Bears went and played the Lions. Oh, I guess they did play the Lions. Or if they
Yeah, no
played the.
comment.
But either way, like
No,
there's not a
still.
game where I'm like, there's not a game. Even that Lions game, I was like, the Bears can win the game. It's not like they can't win. Like you
Right.
wouldn't think that in other years, like last year versus the Lions or whatever. And I think the same way about the Packers if they played any team in the NFC right now. It's not like you can decisively say, okay, this team is going to win. Like anything's up for grabs. I mean, the Giants beat the Eagles. It's just so
Yeah.
weird the weird losses this year because I'm almost happy about it because it makes the Packers losing to the Browns look a lot less worse because like
Yeah.
you get these teams that are also losing to teams that aren't very good this year. So everybody's having a little bit of issues at some point, and it's still so early, and this is not when you want to peak. So
Yeah, for
you want to be
sure.
playing
Plenty
good
of season
football
left.
November, December. So yeah,
Yeah.
Another
I
game
don't
I
know
did
what.
want to bring up though,
Yeah,
is that London game,
Oh
early
boy.
morning game,
Oh man.
Denver, New York.
Oh.
Denver beats them by 2. Jets fall 0-6. Justin Fields,
Oh.
stat line of the year, 9 for 17, 45 yards. They netted negative passing yards. And I think the question really is this a Justin Fields issue mainly, or is this an Aaron Glenn issue? What do you guys think?
I think it's both,
both.
but honestly, you got to put it on Justin. He was sacked 9 times. I mean, that's absurd. But the craziest thing to me is Justin did look pretty good at the start of the year, and I know a lot of people are like, okay, like hey, new team, new him, but I don't even know. It kind of looked a lot of the same. I mean, he's still running for his life out there. Still can't get a penalty call, which I feel bad about because he was getting smacked. But I don't
Yeah,
know. I just remember saying I thought the Jets were going to be good at some point. Doesn't really look like that.
yeah.
But
Here's
the,
the thing is,
yeah,
go ahead, go ahead.
no, that's all I have to say
Here's the
really.
thing is like, it's just Justin Fields isn't a good quarterback. Like, he's just not. Like, they kind of had some hope in the offseason, that
What?
offseason hope of like you get him like
Yeah, we were
he
gonna
was
keep him and draft Marvin Harrison. Remember that that plan for the Bears? Everyone wanted to keep him and draft a wide
And a
receiver.
yeah
lot of Bears fans were upset when we traded him.
Yep. So
yeah
I don't know. I'd love to see what those people think. I don't
it's
know.
yeah he's just not a good quarterback, and I bet you Aaron Glenn will be fired at the end of the season. I know he just got there, but
Wow. Yeah.
um I think at some point you either got to make the decision with the Jets is just to like start like Brees Hall, trade him, Garrett Wilson, trade him. I
Yeah.
don't know Garrett Wilson, but like Quincy Williams, trade him,
I mean,
just to
this.
like
Yeah. Is this the same team that they pretty much had last season with Rodgers, just with Fields?
I think so. It's pretty
Probably.
much
I
the
mean,
same.
whole new coaching staff. So I mean, maybe they'll give him.
Alan Lazard will be a Pittsburgh Steeler by the end of the season, probably.
It's only a matter of time before he gets another Packers
I
receiver.
was listening to something and they were like, okay, if you combined the Jets team and the Browns team, and you made them like the Cleveland Jets, and you took all their players, like would they be a contender in the AFC?
The Cleveland Jets, if you combine them.
Yeah,
Well, the Jets defense would be
because
crazy.
What quarterback would you be? Shador
Oh yeah, we gotta go
or
Shador.
Justin Field or
Dude,
Dylan
I don't even
Gabriel?
know. Maybe
That's the biggest
Deshaun
issue.
too. I don't know.
That's the biggest issue. They
Yeah,
have both have decent, all right
the defense
defenses.
would be good. Yeah, their
Yeah, defense
defense
would
would
be
probably
good.
be pretty good. You get Sauce on the Browns, but
I think they definitely heavily rely on the run game. I mean, it'd probably be a 1-2 punch: Brees Hall, Quinshon
that would be
Judkins.
nice. That would for
Yeah,
sure be nice.
and you get Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner. You get Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson
Yeah,
at wide receiver, Sauce Gardner at
it would
corner.
be a good mix. I'm sure some linemen, not the D line, because obviously they get a lot of the Browns D line, but I'm sure the offensive line would be a good mix too.
It would be like a typical it'd be like a Jalen Hurts situation. Like you got a quarterback in there,
Yeah,
and then you surround him with like
yeah,
good players. I don't know. I think they would probably. It'd be. I just their quarterback situation would be. You got to
yeah,
start Shador. I think he
yeah.
should start right
who
now.
would coach, Glenn or Stefanski?
Uh,
They can co-coach.
I think
They,
Stefanski.
yeah. I don't know. With Aaron Glenn with a good defense, though, would he be able to scheme something
Yeah,
up
but
then?
their good
Maybe
defense
put him
doesn't
at
need any
DC.
scheme.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, do that. Demote him to
I
DC, which I'm sure he'll
think out of
do.
all the rookie head coaches, yeah, Aaron Glenn probably went to the team with the worst situation out of all the teams that were hiring coaches in the offseason. Um, but a lot of people, mainly Jets fans, expected Glenn to come out and kind of turn things around, or at least not start the season
Hmm.
0-6.
Yeah,
And a lot of people had expectations with them trading for Justin Fields as well. But obviously, when the Bears traded him, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, maybe he's not a bad quarterback.
Yep,
Maybe the Bears just
that's how I
weren't
felt.
using him. Maybe it was on the Bears. I was like, okay, it's probably on the Bears. Let's see what he does on a
Hmm.
different team. Now I'm like, okay, maybe he just
That guy
isn't cutting it in
stinks.
the NFL. And that
Yeah,
also comes back to Ohio State quarterbacks. I mean, name me an Ohio State quarterback that's been successful in the NFL so
for
far.
more than 1 year.
dude, Mac
Yeah,
Jones.
Mac Jones went to Bama.
Oh yeah, Joe
And
Burrow.
even then, okay. Hey,
Joe
there's a
Burrow didn't
reason he
even. I
left,
don't even
man.
think he
Notice
played a
that.
snap at Ohio State. But I mean, you
Yeah,
look at like C.J. Stroud. Like, yeah,
yeah.
he had a great, fantastic
Sophomore
rookie
year slump.
year, and now he's. I
He's
mean,
got.
what? It's
He
his
does
third
have no
season
line.
now.
He does have
He
no
doesn't.
line.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't have a line, but I mean, I don't think he really had much of a line his
Wide
rookie year.
receivers have been
No.
injured.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
just got it. You can figure it out. CJ
and then
Stroud's a pro.
he little boyed Caleb Williams,
Yeah,
and he
and
was
look what
like,
happened. Look what
Well,
happened.
look at the records now.
The Caleb
yeah.
Revenge Tour continues.
He had 1 year under his belt, and he was talking to him like he was a 10-year vet.
Do we even know if that's what he said? Was that confirmed? Confirmed?
No,
That
that's confirmed, dude.
I know.
He has like I don't really like CJ Stroud, but to me he just gives off like I'm better than everybody vibes. Like He does. He's
Well, and then
just
I know they stopped doing the Wonderlic in the draft combine, but I
Oh
think what
yeah,
I remember he scored. He like
yeah.
historically was a
oh
low
yeah.
scorer for a
People are like,
quarterback.
oh, that doesn't matter. Oh, blah blah blah. Bro, I took
Yeah.
the Wonderlic in Madden. And I did just fine. So I don't know why he did so bad.
Yeah. I mean, I had the internet open.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was asking chat, but like it's I could probably tell you the leading. Never mind. That's for trivia. Bro, that'd be a good idea for Connor asking us questions from the Wonderlic. That would
Yeah,
go
it's true.
well.
Yeah. I got 100.
Skip.
Yeah. I don't know. What other
Oh,
games?
what a con-
Um, let's see. Let me pull.
I'm trying to think. We talked about the prime times pretty much. What was Sunday night?
Monday
Lions
night was
Chiefs.
Lions Chiefs.
We kind of
Oh
talked about
yeah.
that already.
What about I did kind of want to brush over Bills Falcons.
Oh yeah.
The other Monday night game.
Yeah. I obviously wasn't
Where
really watching much of this other than the box score. Doesn't look like Josh Allen had a fun game though.
No.
no,
Two fumble. Oh my. Two picks, two fumbles.
yeah, Michael Penix for sure outplayed Josh Allen in that game
Yeah.
because he played a good game. I had a stat sheet.
Oh my
He
God. Yeah.
Yeah, 250 yards, one touchdown, 20 for 32. And well, obviously, but it really revolved around the game that Bijan Robinson had,
Yep.
170 yards.
Oh my God. 9 yards a carry.
So that was definitely insane. He definitely helped propel them to win that game over Buffalo.
Bills got. Ooh. Yeah, the Bills fall to second in the division now too after the tiebreaker with the
Yep,
Patriots.
Patriots took over.
That's crazy in itself. Um,
Hey,
wow.
let's not brush past the biggest news of the week that the Illinois State Redbirds fired Brock's back,
Bro, I
their head
saw that.
coach.
I think that's fake
He
though,
fired
right?
Spack.
I think that's fake. Did
Nah, I
you
don't
just
think
see
so.
it?
Yeah.
I just saw it on the Barstool, but then I saw someone say it was fake. But if it's
I don't.
real, then we need a breaking news segment coming right to you live.
No, I think it's. I don't know.
Really? Gosh.
Why would they post that?
Well, I kind of also thought, aren't they doing good still?
Sources state. Who's your sources? ISU head coach Brock Spack is fired for this week's homecoming game. Just for this game. So
Just
this. Okay.
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 Well, unbreaking
Admit.
news.
Yeah, dude. How are we supposed to have this back attack if he's fired?
I know that's why they can't joke about
He's
that.
not fired. I think it's a law.
Well, earlier this year he signed an extension.
See, that would
So,
really
Well,
stink.
James Franklin also, his buyout's also
well,
60
yeah, we want to
whatever
talk about
million.
that. I think they have to pay him 50. I was 50 something, I think, but $50 million that they have to pay James Franklin just to not
Yeah.
coach the team anymore.
That would be a nice retirement. So like I'd be like, all right, I'm done.
Darn.
Give me my money. Yeah, but what? Wow, horrible from him in Penn State though.
Yeah, I think Drew Aller is really his draft stock has plummeted.
Yeah. I mean the injury doesn't help either. I don't know. Is
Yeah,
he a senior? Senior?
He's out of eligibility.
Dang, that
he should have
He's
went to the
done.
league
stinks.
last year.
That
He's done.
stinks for him. Did what
So
is it an ACL? Did they I didn't know I don't know what the injury is.
I'm not 100%, but I
Okay.
do know.
It
I
was
do
a leg.
know.
I know he got carted off, so I'm assuming it's leg related. Which, yeah, that's never good going into any sort of. Oh, should we go?
Yeah, because then it's too late to medically redshirt the season too. So
Yeah. Gosh, that
Uh,
does stink for him. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of good games for the NFL bouncing back, but I don't know. I mean, Drake May's still balling. I know I was kind of hating on him. I'm still gonna hate on him, but I don't know. Drake May in the MVP conversation right now?
No.
No? Are we Mitch? Are we putting Drake May up there?
MVP,
Not
I wouldn't
yet?
say that just yet.
Okay.
I'll tell
Give it a
you.
few more weeks.
I'll
Okay.
tell you what the old
It's that
DraftKings says.
1,500, 10 and 2 right now.
I will
I think.
say, maybe not for MVP, but comeback player of the year. You know who has my
Mm.
vote?
Who's that?
That quarterback out of Duke alum, former Giant,
Mm-hmm.
Daniel
Indiana.
Jones. Daniel
Yes.
Jones, Indiana Jones.
Yes.
5-1 has led the team to 5-1, 1,500 yards, 8 touchdowns. I think he has a very strong case for comeback player
Yeah.
of the year this year.
I'd vote him.
Uh,
I'd vote him for sure.
Best odds are Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, and then Drake May.
For
Wow.
MVP,
Yeah, then it's Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love.
Okay, so that's kind of, your stopping point.
Yeah.
Indiana or Daniel Jones, I
But Drake
guess.
May's quite a bit away from Josh Allen,
Okay,
Baker
so
Mayfield, and
it's
like
the
it's
three.
Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield are plus 300,
Then
and then
Mahomes.
Drake May's six plus 1,600, and
Okay.
then same with Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff are both 1,600, and then Justin Herbert and Jordan Love are
Okay.
plus 2,000.
Hey. Okay.
Offensive
Dang.
Rookie of the Year, it's looking like Jackson Dart, Emeka Abuga, Tyler Warren. That's another guy that's been playing really well recently.
Yeah.
Um, maybe you guys should have taken him in the draft. I was surprised that night when you guys didn't, but he's been on a heater as of recently.
Yeah.
Uh,
Whatever. We made our choice. I'm not mad about it.
uh,
Um, yeah. I don't know. What else we got next? What else? Mitch, do you have anything else that you wrote down that you want to
well,
talk about?
Fred Warner got hurt.
Yo, yeah. Injury
We
yeah.
could talk.
update.
We could talk about the 49ers. They played.
I just had it up.
Who did they play, Mitch? 49ers when we were watching them.
They played the Buccaneers this week. Sorry, I had it open.
Yes.
I saw that.
Yeah. 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 They kind of got.
Ooh, Mac Jones.
Yeah. Mac Jones had a good game versus the Rams the week before, and he didn't see a dead body before this game. So I think that's the reason they lost. If I'm being honest.
They just got to start carrying around dead bodies.
Yeah. Why
Yeah,
didn't they
hey.
bring the dead body? Was it in Tampa?
Yeah, so it was in Tampa. So that could
See,
be
that's
why.
why. That's
Yeah.
why they couldn't bring a dead body on the plane.
Yeah. Not a lot of dead bodies in Tampa. Well, that might not be true, but
Oh, but
Baker
no,
had a great game.
they got their team is riddled with injuries. I mean, they got
Oh
Fred
yeah.
Warner who's out. They got
Kittle's
you know
out.
Kittle's out.
I
Ayuk
mean,
is out. Juwan Jennings he came back, but he didn't even get a target. Um,
I'm looking at their depth chart. Purdy's out still. I
Purdy's
mean,
out still.
Mac
I mean,
Jones is
hey,
questionable, by the way. Just saw that.
honestly, it is kind of crazy that they have the
Nick
record that they
Bosa.
do at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think that's a credit to Shanahan and his system. Like he kind of can
That
scheme
next
some
man up
stuff up
mentality.
for anybody. Like
Yeah.
the Bears are kind of being like how the Packers are with their wide receivers, where like everybody gets the ball.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah,
what it
they're
seems like.
very right.
Outside of Roma
Yeah.
Dunze, like he seemed like the main target this year, but like I feel like the past few games, it's been like everybody like has had like 40 plus yards.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
well,
it's good
what?
to see that.
Let's do this. Let's do this. I want you guys to give the Bears a grade, not based off what the expectation was for them this season or anything like that. Just like a
Like a
A to
mid-season
like a
or like quarter
mid-season grade.
season
Yeah, like a
grade right now.
quarter season grade
Okay.
of how you think they've played,
Okay.
and maybe a little explanation. And we'll end it with this.
Okay. You know what? I
And
got it.
give your key to victory next week.
Okay. All right, I got it. I'm gonna say See, I don't want to have too much bias, but I think it is important to see how we played coming out of the bye week. I'll say B minus because I feel like you would start with a C, and then you'd either work your way down if you're bad or obviously up. But I'll say B minus because we definitely came out of the bye week strong for sure. That was great to see. The start of the season was a little rough. I just feel like we've progressively been getting better. Whether it's Ben Johnson's system has been like working, or the players are kind of developing that like culture and mindset. But I really feel like everyone, not counting the secondary, because that's a whole problem, but I feel like a lot of people are seeing improvement as the year goes on. I feel like we barely saw that at all last year. So plus Ben Johnson just gets me fired up, man. He just gets me fired up. So I'll give it a B minus. Not too high, but not too low. I'll stick there.
Mitch?
Yeah, I'd give them a B plus. And they're
I like that.
dancing. I think they're dancing on A minus almost, but
Yeah.
I won't say A minus. I'll say B plus. Uh, just because, okay, brand new coaching staff, rookie first year head coach comes in, and I know a lot of Bears fans, before the season started, expected,
Yep.
playoffs right away,
Yep.
which isn't, I wouldn't say is the most feasible. I mean, I didn't, I was hopeful that
Yeah.
they'd
Me
make
too.
a playoff, shoot for the playoffs, but and then especially coming in, losing, dropping the first two games, should have
Oh.
won the first game against the Vikings on Monday Night
Yeah.
Football. They ended up dropping that one, which was pretty disappointing, and then they, got
Oh, we could be
50
four and
bombed by the
one.
Lions. And then at that
Mhm.
point, I was like, okay, maybe we're in trouble. But despite those first two games, they've really come into their own and caught a stride here. Even after the bye week two, coming back and beating the
Mm-hmm.
Commanders, which NFL still has them ranked in the power rankings at least 6 spots ahead of the Bears.
Yeah.
And I think going in for it to be an away game too, going to DC and doing that in a game where the weather conditions were just,
Not good.
crappy,
Yeah.
with the rain, and to bring in also a new kicker, to win the game for us was pretty big. So yeah, I'd give them. I'd say they're doing good. They're exceeding maybe expectations, but they're exceeding what I was. Yeah, I'd say they're doing pretty good so far.
I would I wouldn't give him a B plus. I'd be closer to like where Chris is, like B minus, C plus. And the only reason, I mean, the reasons for that is like, you know, I know that the refs were really bad this last game, but it was still like you guys got a lot of turnovers. Um, and I don't know whether you think or not that cancels out with how bad the refs were. And it was still kind of a close game, and the Washington was down some people. The only reason I give them the C plus is I'd still see like the issues. I know you guys had a good run game this past one, but you haven't seen that consistently. Um, and to me, I haven't seen like a statement win by the Bears. Like you know
That's
this is
fair.
why this is where we can compete, and that's the only reason I give them a C plus. I'm not saying they can't get higher; they don't have the potential to, but at this point in the season, I think they still have some stuff to clean up. But as does every team. Like, there's no team I don't think in the NFL right now that I would give an A. You know,
Yeah, that's fair.
um, as
I
for
do think the Bears defense have been exceeding where I had
Yeah,
them prior
for
to the
sure.
season. I think especially with all the injuries we've had
Oh my
on
God.
defense,
Yeah.
and I think, what do we got, 9 takeaways so far
Yeah.
this season? I think that for sure has I mean, it's blown me away with
Oh
how the
yeah.
defense has been playing, and I think they're definitely the reason why we've won, if not all, most of our games.
yeah,
100% agree.
I would switching over to the Packers. I'd give them a B, B
A
minus,
B. Okay.
B or B
B
minus.
minus.
B
Yeah.
man.
Um, my reason for that is like I think that they have shown that they have the potential to be, that deep run playoff team early in the season, but I think I can't give them like, all the credit yet because this is a team that probably should be, undefeated. If you really look back at it, like just the only, the only team that can beat the Packers, to be honest, is themselves, and that's like what they've done to lose the one game and tie the other.
Yeah.
But I think that this is, best start to Jordan Love's career that he's had. He looks way more confident. He's been using his legs this year. The run game's really getting going. Josh Jacobs averaging like 5 yards a carry. Um, and I think that it is going to get better. We got Christian Watson coming back hopefully this week. It'll just help expand that wide receiver room with Jaden Reed still out. But yeah, and I think their defense has taken a major step forward. They're the number one run defense in the league. Um, so, but I don't know. You still have those games where it's like, okay, what are you doing? So I can't put them up there to that A level because, yes, you do see what type of team they can be, but you also see that they can play down to people. So I got to put them at like a B, B minus.
That's fair. That is fair.
I thought I got to be fair. I can't be
That's
biased
true.
about it.
That is true.
After the first 2 weeks, I would have been like A
No,
plus. This team
yeah.
is like,
That's
like this
yeah.
ready to roll. But like, I have to be fair with how they
Yeah.
have played versus teams that maybe they should just dominate. So
And the grade can always go up. We're
yeah,
not we got a lot of
yeah.
football
That's why
left.
it's the quarter of the season. You want to be playing your best football in November, December. So
Yep.
and
Exactly.
the good thing about that is I think that they've shown that they can play at that high level. They're just a little bit inconsistent. They've hit some bumps in the road.
Okay. Makes sense. Happens to all of us. For sure.
You guys have any grades? Yeah, just one from you guys, maybe from one of you guys for the
I
Packers.
like the B minus, so I'll stay. I mean, I would go B minus or B. I wouldn't go any higher or lower. Obviously, I wouldn't go higher, but I mean, for the same reasons you said, the inconsistency is huge. I was very worried at the start of the year when they went 2-0. That Browns game kind of sat me back. I was like, okay, good. Like they are beatable, or at least they'll shoot themselves in the foot by, you know, the
Yeah,
inconsistency or the play. So that's probably where I would stand. I think obviously, like you said, they're going to get healthier, so I expect them to get better. But
yeah,
I mean, overall, yeah, they're a strong team. Definitely a strong contender in the NFC, obviously.
yeah. Let's see. I don't know. I think that's good for this week.
Yeah,
I mean, the keys to victories are basically the same for everybody. Like,
right.
just play.
Yeah,
I think we just want to see both of our teams play complementary football on both sides.
I would
All
like to
game.
see no penalties, which I'm sure. I mean, all this is the same for every team. I like to see run game. I'm sure Mitch agrees. Run game continue good and less penalties. That's all I need.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's what I think. I think I would actually like to see them throw the ball more as much as the run game did get going last game. Um, I think they need to make it a little bit less even and just let Jordan Love sling it because
yeah,
sometimes he does have those plays where he had that one pick. It wasn't great, but the plays that he can make he's been playing. He's been very accurate this year. So I think they need to just let loose a little bit, let him go, especially versus this Cardinals team. But I don't know. I think it's very, very winnable games for both the Bears and the Packers this week.
hopefully, hopefully.